Buying a house? Well, here's the 10 things that you need to be asking. Next. Welcome back. Hey, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here. And we've got this long list of things to go over. And these are things that you should be asking your real estate agent. Your real estate agent should be able to help you find the answers to these. Let's go through this list right now. Number 1, what's the real cost of buying this house? Is it the sticker price? Or is it like when you go to buy a car and there's tons of other things added to it? Well, in this case, there's a couple other things that you need to know about, like number 2, what's it going to cost you, on a monthly basis? You've got utilities, trash. What are these? These are very important questions, and different houses do cost different things. Some houses are all electric, built back when electricity was dirt cheap. Maybe it's not quite so much now. Maybe the house has solar. Maybe it has natural gas and it's real efficient. You need to find out before you sign on the bottom line. 3, what's included in the sale? Is the light fixture included? Is the chandelier? Is the hot tub in the backyard? These are all things that you want to know. Some of the common things are refrigerators, washers and dryers. They may or may not, but it's not uncommon to see them. So don't assume that they go at the house, or don't assume that they don't. Find out beforehand. Question 4. How long has that house been on the market? And why is this important? If the house has only been on the market like 0 days or 1 day, there's a lot of people out there looking at it, and it might be a very competitive process to buy this house. If the house has been on the market for 90 days, 180 days, you might come at buying this house in a different way. Maybe the seller is a little bit more motivated to work with you on different terms, be it price or occupancy or stuff like that. So the days on the market are very important. If all the houses that fit in your criteria are on the market for like 2 weeks and then they're gone, I wouldn't come in and be lowballing or anything like that. But use that days on the market as a tool to help you figure out the best price and terms for your next purchase. Question 5, why is the seller moving out? Is there something I should know about this house? Am I going to have some issues with this inspection? Is he like the rat leaving the ship? They don't have to tell you why the seller's moving out. Oftentimes you can find out, the other agent may tell you, maybe they're downsizing, right sizing or something like that. If they're leaving the house because it's possessed or something, they may or may not tell you. And in Idaho, they don't have to tell you, but it's a great question to ask, and you're not going to hurt anything by asking, and you might come up with some answers to help you make a better purchase. Hold it, wait, time out, hold on, wait. I need to grab your attention here for just a second. My staff has gone to a heck of a lot of work to put together this great infographic checklist that puts all of this into like one easy place that makes it very understandable. So I need you to go check that out in the link below. And now let's get back to the show. All right, so we're over the hump. We're on number 6 now. Is this home in a flood zone or prone to any other natural disasters? Well, maybe you heard recently Idaho had this big earthquake, 8 point something or other, puts those other ones to shame, because that's how we roll in Idaho. It's the first one we had in about 40 years, and the one before that was about 40 years earlier. So we don't really have earthquakes. Tornadoes, not so much. Hurricanes, no, it's been a long time since we've had a hurricane. But a flood zone, you might think, well, we have all these mountains, we have all this water coming out the mountains, but it turns out that the water coming through our rivers are very well maintained and metered by our big series of dams. And a lot of that's so we can have controlled irrigation for all the farms and things like that. So do we have to worry about floods? No, not so much. 7, what's the property's history? What do you need to know about it? What's that roof? Has it been on there for like 2 years or for 20? Has there been fire damage and part of it's been rebuilt? Has the whole thing been redone? Is that room on the back that doesn't quite look like it should be there? Was that permitted when they built that? Or was that just Uncle Bruce coming by and just hammering something together? I don't know, but you need to find out. A great way to do that is to contact the city or the county or whatever jurisdiction it is and find out were their permits pulled for that and were they inspected afterwards. And if they have been and they were done by a reputable contractor, you should be fine. But keep looking, because it's going to be your house and you want to make sure it's right and everything that you want it to be. Number 8, how much have other similar properties in this area sold for? I don't want you to be paying too much, so what you want to find out is what we call in the business a CMA, a comparable market analysis. And that's going to take a look at similar houses in this neighborhood with similar features and benefits and find out what those prices went for, and were there any other mitigating factors. Maybe this house over here is like really dirt cheap, but it was a family member selling to a family member. You'll want to adjust for that. Or maybe this house over here has got like 5 garage bays and yours only has 2. That can be adjusted for too. So find similar houses, as similar as possible, and if they're not all that similar, we can make adjustments for them to find out what the house or target house, your house, really should be valued at. I don't want you to pay more than you have to. Coming up towards the end, we're on number 9. How are the neighbors? What's the neighborhood like? Well, fair housing tells us, real estate agents, that we can't really tell you what's going on in the neighborhood. We can't say, it's a good neighborhood or a bad neighborhood. So, and really, it's all subjective. I might like it, you might not. The very best thing that you can do, and I would advise this of all my clients, is come check out the neighborhood. Come at different times of the day, different times of the week. Is it quiet? Do you hear trains in the distance? And then maybe ask some neighbors. When we were out looking, we went by the local park, and there was moms out there, and they are more than happy to tell us what they thought about the neighborhood, and it really helped us make a decision when it came time for us to move. Number 10, I knew we'd get here. So are there any problems with the neighbors, any stigmas with the house, anything that might impact your enjoyability? I'm going to suggest that you take a look at Google Maps. Is there a train tracks going nearby? Is there a convention center nearby? Is there a school nearby? These things can have an impact, say, on the traffic around your area. Neighbors, I tell you what, neighbors can be great. And neighbors love to talk. I was with one of my clients, and we were looking at a house, and there was the neighbor. He was out doing some yard work out front, and we go to talk with him. And I tell you, we spent about half an hour, and he was spilling his guts about that person, the person who used to live in the house. We found out absolutely everything, and my client decided not to buy there, and that's because this neighbor was so helpful. So if you see somebody out there, please just talk to them. They'd be glad to point you in the right direction. Any stigmas with the house? It's like, okay, was there something terrible that happened in this house that you don't want to be associated with? Or maybe it was owned by Clint Eastwood or something like that. Your agent should be able to help find these things out, and if it's important to you, maybe you do want to buy it or maybe you don't want to buy it. But there's ways we can ask. We may not always find the answer. In Idaho, some things don't have to be disclosed. So if you found this helpful, please go ahead and click like and subscribe and share with all your friends. And don't forget, there's that link below with that great infographic checklist that my staff put together just for you. And remember, I'm always here helping you get home.